Hi guys, this is Elise and I'm back to share a project with you. This project is inspired by a craft that Carrie Duffer had seen on Pinterest, and it is the Perpetual calendar. And when I saw the calendar that Carrie made, it inspired me to make one too. So let me show you what I made. And here's mine. And I actually had this cigar box that I used, and I covered it with, first I did some crackle painting on it, and this was such a fun project to make, especially because I was making it for myself, and I hardly ever make anything for myself. So I was excited to finish this. I worked on this for a couple days. I finished up yesterday, and I think it turned out really nice. So first what I did was I crackled paint, did some crackling on the sides, and well, the whole box actually. I put some pink underneath, and it is the folk art rose pink underneath, and then I put the crackle medium on top of that, and then I went over it with some ivory, just some ivory paint, and I think it turned out really nice. And then I distressed the entire box. This paper right here is, I got this at my local scrapbook store, and it is a pack. Let me show you just a second. Let me see if I can get to a piece of it. I don't have very much left because I used it on another project, but it's this azalea rose pink, and you get a sheet, a piece of cardstock with this patterned on it, and then you also get a sheet that has this sheet here, which I used it all, but it has all the dress forms and the roses and frames. So I used some of that, and I used it on another project, like I said, so I don't have any of that left. But I put it here on the sides, actually all around the box. I put some in the front and on the back as well. And the reason I didn't embellish so much on the sides yet, because I'm not sure where I'm going to put this box. I think I'm going to put it next to my computer. And if that's the case, it's kind of a tight fit, and I don't want like a lot of flowers and stuff on the outside, because then it won't. It'll be hard to, difficult to slide it in and out. So, but let me show you what I did. And the way I did my calendar, I'm not done yet. I still have lots of stamping to do, and I still haven't figured out what I'm going to use to put the months of the year on these little tabs. And I used the just some tickets that I had, and I distressed those. And then this paper is from, the paper that I use for my dividers is from the Blossom Song Collection, DCWV Blossom Song Collection, and it's really pretty paper, so I use that and to make the dividers. But let me finish showing you the box. Okay, so let me move these out the way. And what I did was, in the inside, I used a couple of things here. I painted the inside. Well, I didn't paint the inside. I put a piece of craft paper, and then I put some dictionary paper here, and a little a Dodge ticket, and some of the roses, and a couple of butterflies that I punched from the paper, and I Mod Podged all of that inside the box. And then I added a couple other little embellishments. I added these little acrylic flowers, and one of the Tim Holtz charms. And then I had this little, it's just like a little epoxy letter, and it's letter A for my name. And then I just added this little rose charm hanging from the top. And the box doesn't close because the cards are too tall, but that's okay. But let me show you the top of the box. And here's the top of the box. And I used some of the dress forms from that packet that I showed you, and I put some more dictionary paper there and distressed everything. And then I put a little metal butterfly here, and some flowers, and a flower here. And I think it turned out really pretty. I like it a lot. I like the way it turned out. And so and the box actually was just perfect size, and I didn't paint the inside of the box because I figured the cards would be in the inside, and I wasn't gonna worry about trying to paint it, so you can't even see the inside of the box. So I put the cards back in, and then so now the way this works is the way I'm going to do mine is, well, first of all, I put this little journaling piece on the front of each of the cards, the dividers, and on the front of those cards, I'm going to write like birthdays and special days for the month. And then on the tab, of course, I'm going to put the month of the year. And then on each one of the little cards behind it, I started journaling, and I use my Smash Book calendar stamp or whatever you want to call it. And what I really wanted to do was just put the day of the week here, like January 1st, and not the year. But I couldn't do that with this stamp without, and I tried to like tape it off, and it was still, the impression was still coming through. So I just went ahead and just stamped the whole thing. And then the same with this too. I ended up putting today is because I was trying to do the blank spot on here, but the impression just kept coming through, and I didn't like the way it looked. So I went ahead and just stamped. And so every year I guess I'll just stamp today is January whatever and put the new year. So so on each card you're to journal, and then every year you're journal on that same card until the card is full. And so what I'm going to do is just leave it all together by month, and then when the entire month is over, I'll probably take this stack and just place it in the back of the stack. I'm not sure how I'm going to do yet, but I think that's what I'm going to do. But I have lots of cards that still need to be stamped. That's the tedious part of stamping all the cards. But I like the way it turned out. I really do like the way it turned out. And thank you, Carrie, for inspiring me to make this. I really think it's a great idea. I'm not sure who started this or whose original project this was on Pinterest, but it's a really great idea. So it actually will make a really nice swap for, it'll make a really nice swap. But this one is for me, and I'm really pleased with the way it turned out. And I also did I sprayed a little bit of the Perfect Pearls Gold, so you can see the shimmer. And it came out a little bit grungier than I wanted it to be, but that's okay. You know, the end result, I like the way it turned out. So, and that little charm just hangs there. So there's my Perpetual calendar. And I still, like I said, I still have to work on it some more, but I wanted to share it with you guys and let you guys see the progress I was making and how pretty it is in pink, because I love pink. So, but anyway, but yeah, so that's that. And oh, the cards. Let me tell you about the cards that I got. I found these index cards at Staples, and you get 100 in a pack for $2.49, and the lines go horizontally. So you can use, they're perfect for this, and they're perfect size, and you get, so you would need 4 packs, so it's like $10. So that's just a little bit cheaper than ordering the library cards. So, you know, if you don't have access to getting library cards, you can go to Staples and get these index cards. And then the other thing I thought about doing is using some type of special card, like if I have a swap due, to put it like a marker on that date. I don't know, maybe it'll just be a paper clip on that date, so I'll know that there's a swap that's due that day. So I'm going to definitely use this for my crafty, you know, things, and you know, some things family related, but mostly it's really for me and my crafty space. So just to kind of, you know, journal my crafty journey, I guess. So, but anyway, thank you guys for watching, and I hope you like it. Tell me what you think. And but yeah, I thought it turned out really nice. So anyway, thanks a lot, guys, and have a good evening. Bye.